Welcome back
Happy New Year!
to Not an Earthbag Chicken Garden video.
Today we will be fixing that. Today we are going to be working on this Shelter Logic tent. As you can see behind me, the zipper on the right side is broken. Now, we have had these Shelter Logics for a long time.
Well, not that long.
Well, we've only been here a year and a half, so not too long. But they do not last out here in the desert. The frame is good.
Yeah, so there's two problems.
Yeah.
There's the part that goes over the top, and the UV radiation and wind makes that begin to fall apart and rain can leak through. But then the other issue is these front panels, the front and back panels, that have a zipper on them and a thing that rolls up so you can go in. And we've had nonstop trouble with all the zippers.
Yeah.
They keep failing, and in this case we had 40-50 mile an hour winds, and they're so strong that they actually ripped the zipper apart and it won't go back together.
Yeah, so long story short, today's project, we're going to be building a front door issue thing here.
So this is step one of
Many.
of turning these, like we said, the bones of this, the metal frame is really good. So we're going to work on making these more permanent. So we had to make an emergency trip into town, buy a whole bunch of materials. So let's talk about our plan. So step one is replacing the face. We'll deal with the cover later. We'll probably replace that with some metal roofing panels at some point. But today, we've got to get the front covered. All right, so now that we've got the front off, what we're gonna do is run a string line that's gonna hug right up against the frame so that we know exactly where to put in our vertical posts so that everything matches up, because we're still gonna have to screw some things into that frame on the front, so we wanna make sure that it's all plumb and level and squared up. Yes, our old friend the auger is coming back.
So what we're doing now is we're just notching out these 4x6 posts so that we can rest our header on the top notched out part. It's a little more secure if it's sitting on the board as opposed to just screwed into the post.
Well, we got rained out yesterday, so we're gonna have to finish this today while the weather's nice. So now we have the frame in place. It's time to basically, we're gonna hang the door in place and then fill around the edges. Does that sound right? Sure. Sure, okay. So the last two boards are just a little bit too wide, so we're gonna have to cut a little bit of the edge off here to put those in.
Don't look! I'm recording your reaction! Your reaction!
Get the doors on.
Almost.
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 Hi. Okay. Come on. What? No. He's like, you just come on. Hi.
Look at it!
We are.
It's real!
It looks so cool. Can you hold this board up?
Hey, look! It looks like we almost know what we're doing. We're gonna pause for lunch and we're gonna put a couple more braces on the side and braces on the door to keep everything together. And then we're gonna cut that door. Are you gonna cut it?
No, you're gonna cut it.
I think you should cut
I'm
it.
not doing it.
I don't want to do it.
really?
That's very exciting.
So one more cut. Oh, look at that. Farm door.
I can't believe it.
We have a door. This is very exciting. But as you can see, there's still space around the top and the sides of the door that's still exposed. So we are going to use this frame and then use the metal frame and put boards in to fill that space. Does that make sense? Probably not. You'll see what we mean. Okay. Oh,
Is that lined up on the other side?
It's not circular, but you know, nothing's perfect.
Because it's not all the way to the top.
Last board! Woo!
The
Yes, it
last
is.
board we have.
Last board we have. Woo!
To make the cat door out of scraps.
Last board of
Okay.
today. Woo!
We didn't have enough wood. We didn't have enough wood to finish this area, so we're using scraps and making a little cat door.
My idea.
Ada's idea.
so the last step is we're taking sheet metal screws going through the wood and into the actual metal pole behind so that it holds the whole thing together. The screws don't go all the way through the entire pole, they just go into it. That way we don't mess up the structural integrity of the pipe itself. We just go into it and we hold it.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
Well, we did it. I can't believe it. Actually looks kind of like we knew what we were doing, which is pretty cool. We've never done anything like this before. So, like we mentioned, the Garage in a Box frames are really strong. So it allowed us to use the metal frame, and then, like you saw earlier, we built our own wooden frame out of 4x6s and a 2x6 header. And so then that way we were able to just connect everything to that basically, and once it was all together, I mean, it's very solid, very solid.
Say it, babe.
That's not going anywhere. Obviously, there's like a zillion different ways you could do this. The way we decided to do it was we built that frame, we put in our crossbeam for the doors, and then we put the door paneling on. And then once it was all together, we cut it right down the middle with a little bit of space in between to make sure that they wouldn't bind up and that they would be level and all that good stuff. We added some other goodies because of winds, because again, winds is like the whole reason we did this. I don't even know what you call these, but rods that'll go down into the ground. We've still got to drill down and get some pipe in there so that when the wind, pushes up against this, it won't be too bad. We also put another header right behind this that the doors can hit at the top. We got another latch here. Lots of reinforcements against the wind, for sure.
And handles.
And handles.
Okay, let's open it up and show
Okay,
'em.
hold on, sorry. Yes?
Adelaide hung her sign.
Oh, yeah, her sign, yeah. And what's cool is, this is a lot of like flat mountable space, so we could put hooks here and hang rope or, whatever.
Adelaide wants a calendar.
Calendar. I'm sure if we ever have horses, they hang their tax stuff here. Don't tell them I said that. But yeah, I think it turned out really good.
Let's see what it looks like closed from inside.
Okay. That is one thing. We need to add handles to the inside because I can't really close it.
Yeah.
That's kind of a problem.
Now this is not watertight like monsoon season.
No, it's not completely watertight. Obviously water can still run underneath, which there's only so much we can do. Things we could do though is we could, put some sort of rubber lining on the back of this to help with that. And we could even put like another piece of wood here to fill in this space if we wanted to. I think we're just gonna wait and see sort of what happens when we get some really good rains and see how much water comes through and if it's worth, we don't need it 100% watertight. We just need to make sure that our feed and our alfalfa and stuff doesn't get wet. And because we get sideways rains, it can get a little tricky trying to keep things dry out here for sure.
Honestly, when it rains, I think our biggest issue is going to be the ceiling.
Yes. Can you even see anything in here?
Yeah.
So this was just step one. The next step will be to take off this cover that goes over the very top and replace it with metal paneling. Not like actual roof paneling, right?
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
That's what Bill and Yvonne used.
Well, maybe. Maybe we use the stuff we use in the solar shed. I don't know. But yeah, the idea is that we'll replace that, and then we won't ever have to worry about UV or rain or anything again, because then it will be completely watertight. The question is, what do we do with the back panel? Because I don't want to spend what we spent on this.
We could just do a plywood back panel.
Or metal roofing back panel.
Oh yeah, we could
maybe.
do that.
I don't know. The wood was a little expensive for sure, but I think because we Shishuggi bond it, it should last a long time. And also when we add the metal roofing, we can bring it out over a little bit and help protect this area too. So
the question they might ask,
yeah.
Are you going to catch water off this?
Nope, not on this one. I'm not sure how we would do that. It's too rounded. I guess technically we could.
Yeah.
We could throw some gutters on there.
Don't know that it would be worth it.
But you would have to do it.
Yeah.
You could do it halfway down, maybe. I don't know. It gets complicated, guys. I don't know. Right now we're just trying to keep our stuff dry so we can finish the chicken garden and build our house. And then we'll worry about all that stuff.
It's gotta be against the law to look this good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this good. Watch out now.
Well, that was a little different.
Yeah. It was not chicken garden related.
Nope.
But this was something that was super important to get done because we couldn't go with a broken zipper for so long.
Well, yeah, it ripped and rain's coming in multiple days in a row, pretty bad rain, so had to get it closed up. So, sometimes life happens. Hopefully we'll get back to the chicken garden tomorrow. Tomorrow, hopefully. But if not, we might find something else to do around here.
Yeah.
Never know.
I just want to keep looking at it. It looks so good. Guys, look what we built.
You're really excited.
I just want to keep looking at it. I'm going to drive up and just be like...
You're going to slow-mo by it?
Yeah.
Drive by?
It's so good.
And you're looking at it and you're like...
I know it was a huge investment, but thank you. This will last us for a long time.
Do we want to talk about how much it costs?
You can.
Well, I don't have exact numbers, but I know that it was north of $400 something $8 for
Just the front.
for all the wood and then all the hardware and
The metal screws.
the hinges, and the sheet metal screws and all that stuff.
But if we can put a metal roof on this and another back onto it and make it last 5 to 10 more years, I'm all for that.
Hope it would last longer than that.
Well, I mean, hopefully in 5 to 10 years we have a workshop by then. and
Well, yeah, that's
barn.
true. Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll see.
All right, that's it for today, guys.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I'm on the move, I'm going up. I'm a man on a mission with no missions, and I'm looking for love. Oh, I'm just looking for love. It's gotta be against the law to look this good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good, and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this good, baby. Watch out now. Everybody watch out.